Welcome back, Corlings, to more Stasis. Not even a handprint marks the surface of this sparkling clean sink. It might be the type with built-in cleaning drone. A technology that provides an energy boost for heavy-duty equipment. Yeah, we need that power pad activated. This elevator is constructed to lower its passengers quickly into the thick darkness below.
Warning. The oxygen atmosphere generating system is no longer functioning. Product failure is imminent.
Alright, now we should be able to get this going.
No. Crazy. This isn't gonna work.
Finally! Fuck!
Whoa! Shit!
Alright, let's try not to blow our head off. Let's blow this door wide open. Oh, that looked just like Crusader from Origins. The exact same door explosion from the Crusader No Remorse, No Regrets series. Hybrid has fallen from the operating table, only to crawl around a nameless peregrination, no doubt delirious. It appears immobile, but its head frequently scans the room. This creature strains at its bindings. It seems healthy, but judging by the fury in its eyes, it's far from pleased. Frighteningly thin creature, courtesy of Kane Corporation. It's moving, but it seems to be unaware of its surroundings, or it could simply have accepted its fate. Both bodies barely show signs of life. Let's check out the terminal. Subject Lana. Rambunctious, subject appears to have inherited her mother's powerful physical build and latent aggression. Lana has the makings of an excellent alpha female candidate. Recommendation to move Lana to a group cell, as isolation appears to promote irritability. Daryl. Quiet but intelligent, attempted to pick the lock on his cell yesterday, but failed to escape. Excellent puzzle-solving skills, and while not especially aggressive, he has a strong build. A thinker, clearly. Frederick. Subject shows little of his mother's solid frame, but is a superb hunter. Stalks and learns tactics by observing the others. Appears to be developing a strong tactical mind. Nay, one to watch. Cunning, extraordinarily fast and dangerous. Appears to prefer isolation as attempted pairings result in fatalities. Takes an alpha role easily, dominates the other novi. A definite candidate for Lana's mate. fucked up, yo. Dr. Charlotte M. Williams.
Oh, Francis. I still lie awake at night thinking of you. You haunt my dreams, my nightmares, and my fantasies. We found love, dear. Even when we worked in Kane's Cindy lab, creating viral strains that could turn a human inside out. We loved and made love. Ours was a match made in heaven. We worked on only the most exciting viruses and pathogens. Our work together was a Mozart requiem, a piece of perfection. My work now is a pale limitation of what it was. Oh, Francis! How long ago was it now? It must have been 10 years, but it feels like only yesterday. You were too sick to transfer to Groom Lake when I did. You died just as I took up my post. But don't fret, my angel. I've been concocting a way to bringing you back to life. I always called you my little Frankenstein, do you remember? Shredding the boundary between life and death was always your ultimate goal. Well, now with Project Seed entering its second phase, my plans can finally be put into practice. The laboratories are off limits between 2 and 4 a.m., so that's when I work. Naturally, I prepare all the calculations and machine settings in my quarters. I keep the subject under a false name in one of the pods. So far, not even Dr. Milan knows what I'm doing. Each major laboratory operation I perform takes no more than an hour, and I always erase the machine records at the end of each one. I'm using your DNA, my darling. With the enhanced regenerative abilities of the genetic material we've already synthesized for Seed, you will be reborn. But you'll be impervious to physical degeneration, immune to sickness and pain. I've done what you've wanted and made you perfect. When you step healthily, unblemished and reconstituted from your glass womb, you'll never leave me again. Things have felt strange lately. My work continues, but I swear, darling Francis, I can feel you watching me. I'm trying to work longer hours to complete the new and reborn you, but it's not easy. Marvin's already had a look at some of my work, I'm sure, as if he had any concept of what I'm trying to achieve anyways. I still wonder, my darling, why you cursed me as you died. You know it was an accident. I know you remember that. It wasn't murder. I've never committed a murder, not even when we tested the pathogen on those troublesome neighbors. It was an experiment. How were we to know they'd choked to death on their own innards? I suppose death was a possibility, but that's science. I fear for your continued life. I'm afraid Milan knows. Who else knows? Have they contaminated you? I will run extra tests to make sure your code is not flawed or altered in any way. I'm anxious. I've started scratching my arms badly. At this rate, I may end up looking like that leprous toad Backman. Oh, my dearest Francis, I failed you. Milan knows. He confronted me about it directly. He wants me to make you just like them. I cannot have you crawling on all fours like some dog in the street. The very idea offends me. I will protect you with my life. You will be reborn. I swear this on my life. Power cell housing key.
result in power interruptions in areas adjacent to this node.
Not my fucking problem, bitch. Got us a couple power cells.
Of this power cell may result in subject termination and/or equipment failure.
Good night, ladies.
Just breathing enough. See if you wake up from this. Go to sleep, my baby. Don't worry.
Don't be losing it, John. We need you. Bless me. Good as time as ever to save the game. Load that shit. Whoa! Thing is twerking.
Don't go any further. I'm warning you now.
How could you do this?
I do with my children as I see fit.
It's barbaric.
Spare me the pity of the righteous. Your daughter owes her life to me.
What do you know about Rebecca?
ARG was good on this ship, Mr. Marichek. Cancer, HIV, Ebola. I eliminated them all. Her life is mine to do as I choose. Oh yes, I know about everything, Johnny boy. I know about your daughter and all about your wife. You are accountable.
Jammed his signal, John. You need to hurry. We're close.
Thomas from your origin. Please report to the
The monitors are dark, only to be awakened when it is time for operation. Let's read this PDA first. Robert Lincoln, 4 been reassigned to investigate the disappearance and murder of 2 scientists in the employ of Dr. Milan. Strange matter, to be sure. I've been observing the movements of some of these eggheads, and I can't say I'm too impressed. Doesn't anybody around here record their comings or goings, or make any notes? There's no traditional organization in this department whatsoever. Project Sheet answers to nobody, this I know, but I thought the scientific types always made notes. Not that I care about admin, but I very much care about finding out who's selling weapon-grade secrets. Industrial secrets are a matter of life and death, especially death in this case. My investigation will be thorough. No stone will be left unturned. The staff here are strange, and in fact I'd say lots of them are fucking crazy. But I couldn't care less about that. I just want names and answers. I got this job because I get things done, not because of my warm and caring personality. At the moment, people are taking umbrage to my investigation, but security is a constant and essential part of shipboard life, especially when we're talking about industrial espionage. I'm not sure where the two missing scientists are, but it seems based on the modified records I've found that they were killed and ejected into space. Any other man will assume that these two were criminals, but I don't buy that shit. As far as the suspects go, I've ruled out Charlotte Williams and Marvin DeSantos. Charlotte because she doesn't know where she is half the time, and DeSantos because he's just a smirking shitful brains. I'm confident that he's involved in drug dealing, and I will give him this. He's cautious and acts like he's a real ladies' man. But I know the truth. I've seen him rejected repeatedly at the bar. Since July, I had to operate under the pretense that I'm an assistant. It's lucky that in my career I had some emergency room experience. The only other person who knows about my true purpose here is Dr. Milan. He's been encouraging. He constantly surprises me with information that requires for my investigation, and at times is a little over-helpful. Still, he seems honest enough. For the record, I'm well aware of the kind of man Dr. Milan is. I've seen his experiments with my own eyes. I've seen what happens when the bodies are disposed of in the burning fires of the furnaces. But he does what's required to justify the means. There are a few men in this world who will do what has to be done. For that, I admire him. He told me to watch over Dr. Williams' experiments. It seems they're unofficial, and although I prepared a report to Kane to have that removed from her position, Dr. Milan immediately overruled my request. I respect him, but to be honest, I don't like having my authority overruled. Backham, of all people, is sniffing around today. It seems the old psychopath suddenly became curious. I asked Dr. Milan for further instructions, and he told me to incapacitate the old man. This I did. A shame I had to break the old guy's kneecaps. Honestly, I was hoping to slit his throat, but Dr. Milan insisted that he remain alive. Alive and in pain, but unable to move. I'm revisiting my earlier opinion of DeSantos' character. I still think he's a pathetic little shitbag, but I now believe he's partly responsible for some of the stolen information. He strikes me as an amateur put up to this by some outside agent. I'll deal with DeSantos soon, but first, I've got to monitor his movements. Make one move, pal, and I'll have you. Dr. Milan has earmarked me for one of his experiments. I know this because I attempted to leave the ship to report to Kane Corp. I discovered that my access was restricted and blocked. I came back to the quarters and found Milan waiting here. He's waiting with two of those hellish critters that he's created. I'm not squeamish, but those things make me nauseous. I'm currently awaiting what he calls processing. I suppose at this stage I should make peace with God. I've killed many men in my life, and I'll never say that I feel remorse for it, but I won't give Dr. Milan the satisfaction of hearing me pray for mercy. My last notes on this affair are that Dr. Milan himself is at the heart of the events aboard this ship. I was blind to it. I refused to believe that he was capable of creating such devastation. I always thought that scientists like control, but Milan breaks all the rules as far as science is concerned. The leaked information, the fungal growth, the missing scientist. I'm beginning to suspect he even knew that DeSantos was actually selling intelligence. I may have fed him the information to sell. To what end, I don't know. I suspect it was because DeSantos kept Bachman drugged to the eyeballs with whatever powerful stimulants he happened to have. So Bachman could continue his work. I can hear the machines being turned on. I welcome my fate. At least I know I did my job for Kane Corporation. Strap-down creature. A new remotely operated surgical model, and utterly lethal in the wrong hands. It could split steel just as easily as it does flesh. This machine charts the heartbeat of the wretched strapped to the table. Surprisingly antiquated, considering the surroundings, but this appearances can be deceiving. Antiquated mainframe computers, alright. That doesn't bode well. An array of computer screens hangs above. A complex user rig is dormant and waiting for a trained medical technician. When this much data needs processing, overheating is common. These machines must use a nitrogen-based coolant to keep the computer systems running smoothly. Let's power this fucker up.
I can't see him working like that.
Oops. I'm pretty good with this thing. Told you. Dr. G. Milan. The new year begins. The wheel turns and the Groom Lake continues to lead the vanguard of scientific discovery for all mankind. But I feel dissatisfied. Even as the peons who work under me celebrate the new year, I wonder why. Why would you celebrate such an asinine concept as the outdated Gregorian calendar on a ship that's currently swimming to the depths of space? The reason is clear: comfort. They fear the unknown, the alien, the impossible. I do not. I embrace the unforgiving cosmos with open arms. The problem with the research we do is that humans are doing it, constrained as they are by conscience, remorse, and sometimes even fear. We tried to grasp the infinite and give it the framework that ill filters cosmic splendor. This is my 10th year as Special Projects Director for Kane Corporation. Despite my discoveries and quest for knowledge, I'm held back at every turn by paperwork, moralizing scientists, and that group of degenerate toadies that I sit on board with. If I were to get rid of them, then my word would be God. My word. Not the word of the corporation. Still, they have their uses. The research is funded by Kane, and the Groom Lake is kept running by money and personnel they provide. But the time will come when all this changes. You mark my words. I'm inundated with emails from all departments about inconsistencies with storage and contaminated samples. This grand masquerade is sometimes more tedious than it's actually worth. Best of all was Dr. Wayne, and that technician, Miss Callister, is it? I normally make short work of such troublemakers, but it hardly seems worthwhile. Troublemakers must be allowed to make trouble, because if they disappear, that legitimizes their claims, and somebody will always keep taking up for fallen crusader's torch. Dr. Backman's tendencies are becoming harder to restrain. I'm well aware of his shortcomings. The old man is as brilliant as he has deranged, yet managed to go about his work with a sociopathic glee. He's useful to have around. He has requested more bodies for seed, specifically more women who are recently pregnant. It is problematic as we have found few such women on board, and imports are not easy to come by. We may have to play this one under the radar. That fool, Dr. Gray, complained yet again about his beloved insects becoming more aggressive as a result of the power outages. So what? Let them spill out into the decks as far as I'm concerned. The importance of seed outranks hydroponics project work by 1,000 to 1. I do like playing chess with Dr. Gray, of course. I win every time, a little fact he's unlikely to tell anyone. Although he does seem quite happy to contact anyone who's interested with the opinion that he'd be the next best candidate for my job. Sebastian, you could not handle what I do. If you believe otherwise, then you're great as fool as I imagine you to be. When the day that I foresee comes, your rotting corpse will be under my feet, and I will laugh. Dr. Williams is still under the delusion that I don't know about her personal research. Officially, it's illegal for staff to conduct their own research, but this is interesting. Recreating her dead lover in the form of a hybrid? How fascinating. If it works, I'll make use of it. If it doesn't, then it'll burn with the rest of the rejects. The woman is obsessed, and I know that DeSantos is playing no small part in feeding her delusions. I know her secret research won't cause me any problems. I would have never allowed her on Project C. So it seems contaminated waste from the corpse disposal of the spin is contaminating the ship. It's causing fungal growth, or so my various drones tell me. The fungus is a riveting proposition, though. While I'm angry at Dr. Backman for terminating more subject than strictly necessary, these unintended side effects are fascinating. I intimidated as much to Dr. Gray, and of course stroked his ego with hints of promotion and glory. They'll keep the fungus alive. The engineers want to destroy it, but I'm sure we can delay that. This experiment is becoming more engaging by the day, and I haven't had to lift a finger. So while they clog up my inbox with demands and Rome burns, I plan to play the violin. We're more than secure here anyways, and there's a certain inevitability about it. I must record the daily developments as the experiment grows. It is as I foresaw: panic, destruction, and mayhem. And yet Seed continues apace. Once the fervor and the flame dies down, we'll sweep the decks and detritus and repurpose all for my beautiful hybrid creations. No more growing plants for the good of mankind. God is no longer in this machine, my friends. I am God. My beautiful children have excelled themselves. They kill, they learn, they adapt. A primal species without any of the trappings of morality. It's their time now. They almost came to be once many years ago, but was snuffed out by humanity, afraid of its natural successors. This systematic extermination was given a name, the Eugenics Wars. The people knew it was a corporate warfare. In truth, it was a coordinated genocide. Humanity wasn't ready for Professor Guerin's astounding discovery and sought to destroy it. His work was not perfect, of course, and that's where I come in. I spent most of my life as part of Kane trying to access Professor Guerin's original work. Old man Kane pushed me to the top because we shared an ideal. The utilization of science for the perfection of humanity. We differed where the methods of which was to be achieved. Not that he had much more to say after I held that pillar to his face as he lay in the hospital bed, all for a higher purpose. Creation of our species from raw subjects will become impossible now that the crew are dead, dying or unclean, but that's hardly an issue. Any subjects who are flawed or imperfect have been turned into fertilizer that will nurture the perfection of the surviving race. Now the challenge is moving the Groom Lake out of range for any other ships. No one can be allowed to escape the ship alive. Any good, strong survivors will become members of the new race. I am the creator. I control. I transcend. Santos, I'm so disappointed in you. A distress signal? I thought we were one of the same mind here in Seed. I'll castrate and destroy you for this betrayal, you fucking bastard. Your flawed body is hardly worth of becoming one of my children, but for now I must turn off this accursed signal. You cannot hide from me, Marvin, you drug-peddling little fuck. Yeah, Dr. Milan. He's a little nuts.
Warning. The environmental control and life support system has been compromised. Please report to the visitor center for further instructions.
Melted pieces of glass lay among the other splintered remains.
Abnormal neural activity detected.
Oh, really? Sinister signs displayed along the walls. Animal testing, gas mask zone. Whoa. Bunch of dead hybrids in cages. This creature reeks as if it's been dead for some time. The stench is thoroughly vile, a rotten mishmash of smells that range from putrescent to death. A distended limb drops quickly to the ground. A prison for these poor beings, but more like a disposal area. Does heaven have a place for a creature that was created in hell? It is propped up against the bars of the tiny prison, surrounded by similarly small cages. More corpses for the incinerator. The creature stares vacantly into the dark, a victim of its own existence.
Whoa!
Restaurants on levels 2 and 3 are now closed.
Get the fuck out of here, folks. I'll see you soon with more Stasis soon to come.